sporadic high-frequency bursts near your location. You may want to check it out. Cautiously, of course. Affirmative, November. It's like a spotlight in the dark. Sending coordinates, over and out.
for the help.
HQ to Team November. I received an urgent message from a distraught local currently being pursued by bandits. Are you ready to receive? The victim is Kim Hai and her sister. They're being pursued by bandits, though details were scarce on enemy ordnance. Kim has indicated that time is a critical factor. Unknown, Team November. Sorry to be low on details, but the victim and her sister were in a panic. They're on the move, sending you coordinates. Time is of the essence, Team November. Over and out.
Come out, little bunnies! There ain't nowhere for you to hide!
Stay back! We're prepared to defend ourselves! That's your warning shot!
Stupid bitch! Take cover and be careful! The boss wants these two alive! Eat hot cock.
Rangers! You look like prayers answered. I knew Jesus wouldn't abandon us. Those goons were sent by a thug named Moss Kogan. They were trying to take my sister. I thought it'd be enough to leave Colorado Springs, but... in hindsight, I suppose it might have been stupid. Of course they'd follow us. But I didn't know what else to do. We're in over our heads. If you hadn't stepped in when you did...
Attention, Rangers! This is Moss Kogan of the 100 Families. I heard on the grapevine that you've taken up with a pair of no-good, debt-skipping lowlifes. So you know, we have taken up a position outside, and we are armed and dangerous. But this doesn't need to come to violence. I am a reasonable man, and I am happy to negotiate.
Please, Rangers. Whatever he's saying, it... Oh, please don't let them take my sister. They'll hurt her.
He wants his money back, but he's gonna have to take an organ instead. I don't have it.
Yoon. She borrowed money from Kogan. Too much money. But it was only so we could create a church. A place that other Catholics could.
I did it because I wanted to spend money on dumb shit, okay? Shit! I'm too much of a fuck-up to deserve help, but my sister... she's gonna suffer too if Kogan catches up with us. Help us, please. For her sake.
Bless you, Rangers.
Well, that's more like it. Now see here, Rangers. Yoon-hee is a low-life thief. She deserves the Patriarch's justice for stealing from me. I don't know what those lying devil women said to you, but I'll have you know that they're thieves as well. They took a small fortune from my coffers. I'm just here to take back what's mine.
I can't keep lying. Yoon, I'm sorry. He's right. But I didn't know what else to do. We were desperate. I'm sorry.
Nice to see at least one of you is worthy of that Jesus fella you keep talking about. Well, you heard them, Rangers. They're thieves. I should drag them back to Pillory Square. However, I'm a reasonable man. All I want is my money. Those two can go where they like after that, so long as they promise I'll never have to lay eyes on them again. Ha! It's your money, I guess. Why not? You have enough jangling around in all those pockets? Guess you're not that crazy after all. Go on. Look at you! Negotiating, like proper merchants and all that. Personally, I think Miss Yoon there would rather be shot than stoop to honest work. But with her sister's life on that, I figure she may be willing to reconsider. What do you say, ladies?
Yes, I'll do it. I'll do it. Anything so my sister doesn't have to suffer anymore.
Thank you, Mr. Kogan. We'll find a way to make this right. God bless you.
Don't know if I really want that Jesus Christ blessing. He wasn't any good at staying alive, was he? Anyway, I expect to see you in Colorado Springs with my first installment soon. Don't make me regret this. Let's thank the nice Rangers for cleaning up your mess. In fact, here, a little something for their trouble. So long for now, ladies. Rangers.
Thank you, Rangers. It will be hard, but this is the right thing. I know it. We will find a way. Not much, but please take this. There is nothing to say, really. I was a cook for one of the 100 families. Yoon was a troubled child. But I know it was one of the Lord's tests. He's training her, preparing her for greater glories. I suppose this is where we begin working on repaying Yoon's debts.
closer. I only sell arms to God-fearing American capitalists, and you prove you ain't that, you dirty commies!
Welcome back. It's Sal, throwing down those golden oldies for you silver foxes. Go kiss a hot little mama for me. Are you ready for maximum music? Oh, right. You can't talk back. Well, I hope the answer was yes.
Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place you laughed about. Well, names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Here where we need ya. Here where we need ya. We tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. 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 We always could spot a friend. Welcome back. And I smile when I think how it must have been. I know what a scene you were learning in. Was there something that made you come back again? What could ever lead ya? What could ever lead ya? Here where we need ya. Here where we need ya. We tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome.
Beloved, do you miss me as much as I miss you? I miss you so much. I wrote this poem about us. Want to hear it? Of course you do. Always together, always apart, never alone, never. I'm always with you, just out of sight, waiting for the right moment that we can be together forever. When everything's dark and you hear a whisper in your ear, don't be afraid. It's not a cannibal or a psycho or a bandit. It's just me saying I love you. Do you like it?
Opiates, sedatives, pills and drugs and dough. Every day is brighter with a bit of Santa's hope. Hey! Narcotics, stimulants, shots and tonics too. Everything is easier with help from Santa's brew. Breathing in the snow with a rolled up dollar bill. Or the fields of blow, laughing at the thrill. Ha ha ha! The high is yet unknown. Making noses bright. What fun to crack another stone. Pharmaceutical delights. Opiates, sedatives, pills and drugs and dope. Every day is brighter with a bit of Santa's hope. Hey! Narcotics, stimulants, shots and tonics too. Everything is easier with help from Santa's brew. A day or two ago, I chased the dragon's tail. Feeling rather frail, I soon became quite pale. The high came strong and fast, and soon my mind was vast.
Colonel Death will be along just as soon as I make sure you're all here. And you haven't brought along any unexpected guests. Can't be too careful these days, right? That's not important. Just make sure you're ready to meet Colonel Death. Well, looks like everyone's here who's supposed to be here, so I'll give her a ring. 1 sec. All clear. Come ahead.
Hey now, cowboys. Face to face at last. And just as handsome as I thought you'd be. Remember when you chose to follow the Patriarch's orders instead of saving those folks Erastus threatened to slaughter? I figured we'd meet here so you could see what was left of them. I know Woodson told you to do Buchanan's bidding, but to my mind, it ain't the Ranger way to help the powerful ahead of the helpless. 'Cause things like this happen. Just something to keep in mind as you hear me out. Good eye, Doc. It's definitely put a hitch in my talk box. But no thank you. I got it under control. This and my fake leg are souvenirs from when my chopper got shot out of the sky over Long Beach, California. Good times. Since you've obviously got the skills to use them, here, I got a few extra med kits on me. Try not to use them all at once. Well, ain't you polite? Hope that bodes well. Now, what with you not taking Saul's sons out like I asked, I'm guessing we've got different ideas about how things in Colorado should play out. But I'm still hoping you'll come around, November. So here's the deal. As my friends and I see it, 2 things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. And second, Scar collectors. Well, speak of the devil and her minions shall appear. Looks like Liberty overheard our rendezvous call. Guess we'll have to deal with this before we continue.
Eat shit from on high! Laser focused! our sights on their flanks!
That smoke.
Got your back, Angie.
Your ass is grass!
As my friends and I see it, two things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. Second, and you're gonna love this, the Patriarch's gotta go too. I love the people of Arizona. Arizona is my home. But are you willing to save lives there at the expense of lives here? Are you okay sending home food spattered with innocent blood?
They're not just people to me, Colonel. You're talking about letting my family die. My mom and my dad.
You think I don't have family back home? You think it's not gonna kill me if they die? But this is about everybody's family, the greater good. Listen, the Rangers have fought tyranny since the beginning, without compromise. How can we continue to do that if we take handouts from a tyrant? How can we pretend we're heroes if we do his dirty work to get it? Sorry, I had this argument with General Woodson 100 times. A sure deal was more important to him than a moral one. That's why the advance team went dark and decided to do this on our own. Of course, it turned out we couldn't do it on our own, which is why we were so happy when you showed up. And why we're here now, asking you for help. Thanks for hearing me out. Let's talk about Liberty first. I've got to hand it to her. Daddy... Well, that'll be the end of this place. Every man, woman, and child from here to the Rockies will be killed, enslaved, or taken as a sacrifice. And their houses and towns burned to the ground. None of us want that, right? Oh, I don't mind about that, so long as you change your mind about him after. So... Glad to hear it. So here's the plan. Originally, we hoped you'd help Cordite take control of the gangs again, so he could lead them all off to Kansas and his blood-soaked destiny. But since you dumb sons of bitches couldn't keep the man around, that's not on the table. I'm guessing our plan B is a lot like the Patriarch's plan A, with one minor difference. Daddy'll want you to go to Liberty's camp, get her warlords to kill each other, then bring her home for a stern talking to. We want all that too, except the part about bringing Liberty home. As far as we're concerned, you can put a little dirt over her and leave her there. Now, I'm guessing y'all have some questions. Pete and Brother Thomas came back with me from LA, and Tax from Arizona. These others are locals who have various gripes against the Patriarch. We trained them up as best we could. Nicer bunch of folks you'll never find. Now that's gonna be a fight. Basically, while you're taking care of Liberty, my team will be in Colorado Springs, softening the ground. Once you finish up out there, you'll come back and help us corner the man and bring him down. Our primary concern, other than ending the bloody reign of the Buchanans, is minimizing civilian casualties. That means you've got to ride herd on your crew and watch who you ally yourself with. We want to be the good guys here, so we've got to do this clean. Rape and pillage is a surefire way to turn people against their liberators. Pretty simple, really. The Patriarch has spies watching Liberty's compound. If you show up, those spies will think you're there on Daddy's behalf, and they'll be happy to see you. If we show up, our plan is revealed, yeah? And that would give the Marshals a chance to button up Colorado Springs before we make our attack. They'd be waiting for us. All right then, what's it gonna be? children are being hurt now? Well, you gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna give you Liberty's location anyway. No matter what future we want, she's gotta be stopped, right? All I ask is, when you're finally standing face to face with her, please at least consider dealing with her our way and put a bullet between her eyes. Everything else we talked about, well, let your conscience be your guide. Good luck, cowboys. We'll talk again when Liberty's taken care of.
Team November, this is Ranger HQ. The Brainiacs at R&D just showed me some of the wild stuff they're done working on. You should come take a look when you're free. Over and out.
Monsters. We're way deep in the woods now, and there's footprints all over the place. Steve's done some...
Fighting fish.
I hear Nellius Dorsey is dead. Good. I only wish I could have seen it firsthand. What do you need, Rangers? Of course, no sense in bleeding all over the place.
Hi, Rangers. It's good to see you again. What can I do for you?
What?
Yes, go ahead.
Hey, remember that dancer in Vegas? Rain Tree Rock? It's like I can finally breathe over here. Fucking refugees. About time. Let me show you.
What this place needs is a good sound system.
Amen. We made the best of a bad situation with the refugees. Of course. Let's see if we can find what you want.
Hey, November. Got a delivery for you. Been seeing a chicken around here. I was gonna have it for dinner, then I saw it had wires sticking out of it. Now, what can I help you with? The first shipment of meat from Knox Farms came in. Had a note accompanying a couple of special cuts to say thank you for helping them out. Anytime, Rangers. Always happy to tell war stories. How about a monster army story? Now, I know the monsters seem like a joke now, but back then, they were terrifying. Word of their coming would send whole towns running for their lives. Well, Saul decided to take advantage of that. So we went and waited in the houses of a village that had emptied out and watched as the monsters all roared into the town square to proclaim their arrival and demand tribute like they always did. As we covered him from the doors and windows, he strode out, head high and hammer in hand, and challenged the leader, a 7-foot bruiser they called the Gorgon, to a duel. To be honest, I didn't think it was gonna work. I thought those psychos would shoot him in the back and leave us without a leader. But the
Oh, I'm not. It just turns out artificial intelligence isn't that much different from fiddling with radios. Easy enough to install, it turned out, but I wouldn't know the first thing about it otherwise. Anytime.
All right, you got the gippers to turn the oil on. Slick work. Little Vegas stays open, and Brygo owes us a favor. Smart.
Refugees are causing a lot of tension hereabouts. Local folks resent them, and it ain't hard to understand why. Thing is, the refugees don't want to be here either. They'd just as soon be back home. But the raiders didn't give them no choice. Now, I'm not saying all the refugees are saints. Hell, neither are the 100 families. Just don't be surprised if you wind up caught in a situation.
Yeah?
Like you care. What do you want? The more time you take, get to it.
Read the last issue of the Colorado Patriot?
Oh, real funny cartoon in there. When Jeffy ripped the robo arm off that scar collector, I cracked up.
I was gonna ask about the articles, but...
Rangers repel Scar Collector assault! Attackers killed to the last man! Rangers storm Aspen! Vic Buchanan captured in bloody combat!
No one's allowed in there. Which word didn't you understand? Please, step away.
Rangers repel Scar Collector assault! Attackers killed to the last man!